hours of the night, as the world outside fell into a hushed slumber, I found myself engulfed in a profound sense of longing for the man who held the key to my heart. The very thought of him stirred a myriad of emotions within me, creating a sweet ache that resonated through the depths of my soul. His absence, though physical, was a presence in itself, an absence that I felt in the core of my being, in the silent echoes of his laughter that lingered in the corners of my mind. Every morning, I woke up with his name on my lips, my heart yearning for the sound of his voice, the warmth of his smile, and the gentle touch of his hands that knew the map of my skin, as if it were a cherished novel. His memory was a constant companion, a ghostly caress that I could almost feel, yet never truly grasp. I longed for his arms to envelop me, to pull me close and whisper sweet nothings in my ear. His breath a tender serenade that would soothe the ache in my heart. The nights were the hardest, for in the darkness, my longing for him reached its peak. I imagined his face illuminated by the soft glow of the moon, his eyes reflecting the infinite love he held for me. How I yearned to run my fingers through his hair, to feel the soft strands slip through my touch like threads of silk. The bed felt empty without his presence, the space beside me aching for the weight of his body, for the comforting warmth of his embrace. His scent lingered in the air, a subtle reminder of his essence that I carried with me everywhere I went. It was in the familiar notes of his cologne, in the scent of his favorite book, and in the fragrance of the roses he once gave me, a bouquet that still adorned my bedside table, its petals delicate and fragile, much like my heart in his absence. I longed for the day when he would walk through the door, his scent preceding him, announcing his arrival like a herald of love. In our shared moments, whether in person or through the digital whispers of technology, I found solace in the sound of his laughter, in the way his eyes lit up when he spoke of his dreams, and in the passion with which he expressed his love for me. Yet, even in those precious moments, there was a longing, a desire for more, for his physical presence, for the sensation of his lips against mine, and for the electricity that sparked between us when our fingers touched. I longed for the day when our conversations would no longer be confined to the limits of a screen, when I could look into his eyes and see the depth of his love reflected back at me. The miles between us felt like an eternity, a vast expanse that stretched infinitely. Yet I clung to the hope that soon the distance would be nothing more than a memory, a testament to the strength of our love. His absence was a void that nothing could fill, an ache that intensified with each passing day. I found myself lost in daydreams, imagining scenarios where he was beside me, walking hand in hand through a sunlit park, sharing whispered secrets under the twinkling stars, and stealing kisses in the gentle rain. The longing for his touch was a constant presence, a hunger that gnawed at the edges of my consciousness, reminding me of the depth of my love for him. The nights became a canvas for my fantasies, a realm where reality blurred and dreams took flight. In the velvety darkness, I imagined his lips tracing a path along my skin, his hands exploring the contours of my body with a tenderness that bordered on reverence. I longed his heartbeat against my palm. The intimate moments where our souls would merge, becoming one in the passionate dance of love. I yearned for the day when I could hear the timbre of his voice without the barrier of technology, when I could reach out and touch the stubble on his jaw, feeling the roughness against my fingertips. The thought of his arms around me, strong and protective, was a balm to my longing heart, a promise of security and love that I craved with every fiber of my being. His absence taught me the true meaning of longing, a profound ache that went beyond the physical, seeping into the very essence of my being. I longed for his presence in the ordinary moments, in the shared laughter over a cup of coffee, in the comfortable silence of our togetherness, and in the whispered declarations of love that would hang in the air like a sweet melody in the tapestry of my desires. He was the most vibrant thread, weaving through the fabric of my thoughts and dreams. I longed for the day when I could run my fingers through his hair, when I could lose myself in the depths of his eyes, and when I could taste the sweetness of his lips in a kiss that would speak volumes of our longing and desire. Every love song on the radio, every romantic movie on the screen, and every love story I read became a reflection of our own tale, a story of longing and perseverance, of love that defied the odds and triumphed over distance. I held on to the promises we made, the whispered assurances of eternal love that fueled my hope and kept my longing heart afloat in the vast sea of separation. I longed for the day when I could nestle against his chest, listening to the steady rhythm of his heartbeat, finding solace in the symphony of our love. The longing in my soul was a beacon, guiding me through the darkest nights, reminding me that love, no matter the distance, could bridge the gaps between hearts, making them beat as one in the quiet symphony of eternity. In the quiet moments of the night, as I traced his name with my fingertips on the empty pillow beside me, I whispered my love to the stars, hoping that the universe